I was brought up on the Just So stories by Rudyard Kipling, and yes, the Jungle Book. I always, all my writing life, because my favourite animal is an elephant, wanted to write an elephant story, and I also wanted to write a Jungle Book. Then history took a turn. 2004, there was the tsunami that came in, and terrible catastrophic event that killed, I believe, over 300,000 people around Sri Lanka and Indonesia. I was like everyone else. I was horrified, and all the television pictures and the radio, everything was full of this for days, weeks, months even. And then I read the most beautiful, positive story about it. After all this suffering, there was a true story of an English family on holiday, and it was Boxing Day. And this little boy apparently had been pestering his mother all the time to go on an elephant ride down the beach, because they didn't have donkeys there. It's not Clacton. And his mother kept saying, no, 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 it's too expensive, it's too expensive. But in the end, it was Boxing Day, and they shrugged their shoulders and said, okay, off you go. Half an hour into the ride, way down the beach, the elephant started behaving badly. Sort of the trunk going back and forth, and the tail swishing, and becoming very, very nervous, and then stopped and wouldn't go anywhere. And the young man leading the elephant was trying to control it. It wasn't really working, and then it suddenly realized that the elephant was frightened of something, didn't know what it was. They had no idea at all. But what the elephant had felt quite clearly was the beginning of something, a trembling of the earth or something. And no one knew what was going on. The elephant did. And the elephant broke away from the handler, boy on the back, turned and ran for it. Up the beach, up the sand dunes, and into the forest, and just kept running and running and running. And as that was happening, this huge towering wave came in. And the damage, as we know, was terrible. But the true story is the elephant got to high ground, did survive, saved the boy's life, and because the father and mother were so grateful for this, they determined that they would look after that elephant financially for the rest of its life, which apparently they did. And then I read that and I thought, hang on, that elephant was in a jungle, and it's an elephant, and it's a story of today. It's not Kipling's time. And in that jungle, in those parts of the world, we know they are slashing the jungle like crazy to plant palm oil or whatever, a commercial crop. We know that the orangutans are being wiped out because of this. We know that the tigers are being killed. Write a story that's set now, set in a time when we know this really, really matters. And maybe you could do something that Kipling couldn't do, who didn't realize, I'm sure at his time, the fragility of the earth, which we most certainly recognize now. So maybe that could be a way of getting into the story. So I could write my Jungle Book and I could write my elephant story all in one. So that's what I did.